Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to the 16th and final part of my full platinum walkthrough for A Plague Tale Requiem. Right, we're doing New Game Plus, so what I'm going to do here is just show you how to get into New Game Plus. So you'll be met with this menu when you finish the game. If you press circle, you back out to this save slot menu. You can press triangle to create New Game Plus, and it will do it. And then you're in New Game Plus. If you press circle to go back again, there we go. You can actually go back to your old playthrough if you need to for whatever reason. Obviously, we're going to do New Game Plus. Right. I'm not going to structure this video the same as the others. What I'm going to do is just put in the combat stuff. Obviously, I'm going to walk you through it and everything like that. But there's no need for me to show you all of the walking and the talking and the dialogue and the puzzles and all that. Because you've seen it all already yourself firsthand. And you can go back to my other videos if you get stuck on a puzzle or whatever. Not that they're particularly difficult, so you should be fine. But I will just show you them by chapter. So this is the only thing you need to really worry about on chapter 1. We're not getting any skills yet because you need to get into chapter 2 before skills kick in. So what I'm showing you this for is just how different combat is in New Game Plus. It is actually a difficulty in itself. The enemies do not have the alerts above their head, and they alert extremely quickly now. So be aware of that. It's more realistic, if you want to say that way, in that the game is not holding your hand that way. So yeah, just sneak through this bit, and I'm going to show you this sort of running bit, and then the bit where you have to run down the hill with the sling, and that's it. So yeah, there's just the 4 trophies, should I say. The 3 skills ones and the one for extinguishing 40 fires. That will come, don't worry. We'll be extinguishing quite a few fires in this playthrough because it's a good way to kill enemies with rats. And yeah, what you're going to have to do is I play to about chapter 6 is what you're going to have to do. That's where I go, and then I play through chapter 6 twice. So what we're going to do is kind of level our skills. When we get to chapter 2 and we're able to do that. And then with the 2 that you have left, because chapter 6 has 3 really good combat situations, encounters, that means that you can just replay that chapter and just fill in the ones as you do them. So you could do strength first, or aggression first, should I say, and then you can come back and do prudence, and then if the other one's not finished, you can come back and do that, because they're quite big open encounters, so they can kind of make them your own and just mess about with them. Right. So yeah, you're going to see... he's not coming around the corner. There we go. You can see how different combat is. You've got no time to react, really. Where did you come from? Yeah, so I've already taken a hit there. She doesn't technically take a hit, but it goes all red. There's a guy here. Where is he? Just to the left. They fire quickly. And your red, damage stays for quite a while, even with the bracelet that we got. It's actually helping here. It can be worse. So you can see how quick they are. They're ready on it. Of course, you can try and stealth this section, but hitting them on the head is fine. Hey, come on, man. So that I actually just hit him in the chest with that rock there. I didn't actually hit his head. But yeah, that's all you need to worry about in chapter 1. Obviously, you've got all the river bit, and then you go through the village, and then you get to this bit. And once you get to this, you run down and hit them in the head. And that will be chapter 1 done with regards to combat. And then we're going to move on to chapter 2 briefly, once we've just thrown a stone at this guy's head. Playing through this up to chapter 6 is probably going to take you about 2.5 hours. You can skip cutscenes, so... it's not a problem, and you'll know where to go, so just rush through. We don't need to do anything else. You should have everything else at this point. Here we are in chapter 2, so you should recognise where we are now. This is the first part where it tells you that your sling is effective. I don't know what the hell happened there with the camera. This is where it tells you that your sling is ineffective against enemies with helmets on, and you have to do this little stealth bit. Skills have not kicked in yet, but I'll show you this section, because it is... If you're not used to New Game Plus difficulty, it can catch you out. We're going to take exactly the same path as we did last time, but like I said, the enemies alert a lot easier. So I'm going to go under here. And with each encounter, when it comes to skills, I'll tell you kind of how many you can expect to have to kill for each one, because it's basically, think of it in thirds. So however many the total is, if you want to get a third, that will be Prudence. 2/3 will be Opportunism, and full thirds, 3/3 will be Aggression. So as you come up here, just stay hard left and just watch out for him seeing you. If he sees you, you can't run for the door. He'll throw you back and you'll have to kill him, which you can't because he's only got a helmet on. He's got a helmet on. You'd have to run away and hide. So just watch out for him. And then at the next encounter in this chapter, this is where skills kick in. So I'm just going to kill one guy here. You've got 4. So I'm going to get the archer, and that's going to be a deterrent, or it's going to attract the others. Sorry, you've not got 4, you've got 5. You've got 2 down here, then there's 2 up there, and you've got the archer. So you can just take him out, make sure they're not watching. And then what I was trying to be stealthy, I was trying to be clever here, but he sees me as I'm coming up here, the guy over there. So what you can do is just hit them in the chest with a stone, and it stuns them. Same with this guy. And then just run. And that's going to give you enough time. And that's kind of what you want to do. If you're trying to go for Prudence, which you want to do on this one, because it's a good one to do it on, it's an easy one, then just throw a stone at the chest. Later on we'll be using dust, because it's just as effective, and you can actually throw that with your hand rather than winding up. So it's telling me to bring the menu up. I can't yet. It's not there yet. Now it's there. So their skills, Prudence has just gone up a bit. That's where I'm at the beginning of New Game Plus at this point. So we're going to move on to the next encounter now. And that is this section in the village near the end. This is still Chapter 2, obviously. But you've got all the puzzles and things like that. There's no point me showing you all of that again. None of that matters with regards to what we're going for at this point. I checked over here to see if there's a knife. There isn't. Knives are scarce in this difficulty. So I'm just going to run around here, and this is where the enemies will start. I'm going to do this exactly the same way we did it in the first playthrough as well. Kind of. It's a bit messy. The guy without the helmet doesn't actually come out this building, which he usually does. He goes back in, which is a bit annoying. I'm sure he usually comes out, because I kill him in the middle usually, and then just make a run for it through that building. But he's not coming out this time. So I'm going to walk across to that building and kill that guy and go through that building and just run through the rats again. But I get spotted. It's actually the guy who's on the left-hand side that spotted me. I'm looking, where the hell have I been spotted? It's the guy that went into the building then. So I'm just going to hit this guy in the head, go through this building. So just 2 here. I'm doing Prudence here. There's quite a few enemies. I think there's about 8 here. So again, balance it that way. If you're going for Opportunism, then just go for maybe just 3 or 4. And if you don't get the skill that you want, what you can actually do is quit out and then do chapter select, and you'll be able to replay this exact chapter, because each chapter is broken down into sub-chapters. So you don't have to do all the nonsense again in between. You can just do the action stuff if you didn't get the right skill that you wanted for that. So say you did that, so I'm just about to show you. Say I did that and I didn't get Prudence, which I was after. I could quit out and then try again using chapter select and get the one I wanted, because it rewinds your skill. It doesn't add on, it rewinds it. So moving into chapter 3 here, this is the bit where we kill our first guard. It's a while on into the chapter. He has got, I don't want fire, I just want normal stone. There we go. So this is where we get introduced to Extinguish, and this is where you can see I get the trophy Night Guard. That's why I've left this section in. It's actually quite linear. There are enemies here, but yeah, it's Night Guard that I'm getting here. So we're going to be extinguishing fires. You more than likely get it without trying. Again, if you haven't got it by the time you've got all of the skill trophies, you can come back to this point here and just carry on. There's quite a few fires. and you can even relight the same torch and keep putting it out. But you should be fine. You shouldn't need to worry about that trophy at all. That's why I completely forgot about it, because it's one of those ones that just happens, and if it doesn't, it's not a problem. You can just do it in 2 seconds. So there's one down. I'm not sure if this adds to skill. If it does, it's marginal. It's very, very small amount. So I'm not sure myself. There's a little break there, as because the first time his rats were in the way. I couldn't get past, and Amicia died, which is a bit annoying. So get his attention. That's fine, and just put his torch out as he comes down the stairs. Do pick up whenever you go to a chest. If you know there's a chest like this one here, or there's a little chest, make sure you're picking stuff up, because materials aren't as common. You're not going to run out. It gives you more than it gives you the amount that you need usually. But yeah, you're going to be able to pick up everything you see in this playthrough. Like this here. Usually they only have 1 or 2 items in as well. They're not as generous. So pushing up, tool chest. So you should have, pieces should be all done. You should be all done with the upgrade stuff at this point. But if you're not, then pieces are still around, and it all just adds up. Continues on. Right, so I get the trophy here when I throw this jar of Extinguish down here.
2 torches. Your jar. A cloud of Extinguish will put out several torches. A jar of Extinguish.
I don't know if I needed to extinguish 1 more fire or 2. And I guess I'll never know, because I got the trophy doing 2 at the same time. But yeah, there you go. That's this combat situation done. We're going to move on further into chapter 3 now. So this is just before we get to the herbalist's house. And in this one, I'm going to go for Opportunism. It's not essential that you do this. You could go for Stealth if you wanted, Prudence if you wanted. Just don't kill anyone. The reason I do Opportunism is it's a bit of a tricky one to Stealth, because there are so many rats. So I'd rather go for Prudence. I don't need to do Aggression. I don't need to touch Aggression until I get to chapter 6. So yeah, I couldn't figure it out then. I don't know what I was doing. So yeah, when you jump through that window, you have to kill that guy. And the actual, you could say the start of the encounter is actually as you come out of here, this bit.
Come on, where's that damn light sheet?
So we're gonna, you can actually kill quite a few here with Prudence. How many do we get? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I kill here. So that means there's about 9 or 10 in total. So I'm just going to extinguish him and then light this up using my hand. That's something you want to get used to doing as well. If something's close enough in this difficulty, if something's close enough to throw, just using your hand, you're going to remove that snap of the sling and not draw any attention to yourself, which is a good thing, because they are really on it. So yeah, these 2 guys here we're going to get rid of. I'm just going to use a jar of Extinguish. I think I do a jar, or do I do them separately? I might do them separately actually. Yeah, just throwing it there. So it is close enough. I don't need to use my sling. So he had no idea where that came from, because I didn't use the sling. Now I'm going to go, I think I go a bit of back and forth here, trying to decide in my head at this point which is going to be the better of the way to go. Is it down there to the left? And that is the answer, yes. Or is it down here to the right and through the church? I can see I'm in a circle there. I couldn't think which way is going to be better. But no, this way will be the easier way. It probably doesn't even matter. I don't need to use my sling there, but I'm doing so. But I suppose I have to be noisy here because I'm going to hit this bit of meat. I missed twice. That was a complete blip moment, wasn't it? There we go, that's what we were after. Now we've got the two guys off to the right still. I'm going to ignore those. There's him down there. I'm not going to kill him. And there's one who's walking around the church area. I'm not going to kill him either. I'm just going to kill the two. And unfortunately, the herbalist getting through the gate. So you can't make your way through here, really. You need to go round and outside here. So you can see that this one is actually quite a difficult one to get Prudence on. So a bit of a jump there as well, because I did mess it up a bit. But yeah, get a torch. Make sure the guy down at the bottom is not facing you. And you can push down here. You can drop the torch about now. And then duck behind this wall, because there he is. The one who stalks around the church. And then we're just going to wait a moment.
No sign of them here.
For them to clear out, because he's going to come walking towards us, the guy on the left. He may pass to your left or he may pass to your right. It does change, which I do like, that the pathing is different. It doesn't really matter. As long as you stay behind the wall, he won't see you either way. And now what I'm going to do is, as they come through the gate here, I'm going to extinguish both of their torches, which kills all three. I know it's not a very nice thing to do, but hey, I want to get a trophy. So I'm going to put both of their torches out using the sling. And then I'm going to quickly switch to Ignis and light the torch. That is just off to the left of the two. Well, the three. And that should give me a clear path, because the rats will be attracted to the bodies. And jump over here. And that is a Opportunism run, which I'm going to show you in a minute. I have a slither of Opportunism, which I need. You will be getting, slithers of these skills without realizing it is a small amount. You're going to see how small when you look at Opportunism now. Yeah, there's nothing there. But that's all I have left on that one. So still in chapter 3, once you've gone through the herbalists, obviously Lucas runs away and we have to save him. We're going to stealth this one. This is going to be a Prudence. Again, if you want to go Opportunism, you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 guys here. 1, 2, 3. I'm sure there's 4 up top. So just think of 2 as your maximum, really. Yeah, there's a guy over there, so it's 3 on the bottom, and I think there's 4 up top, so 7. You probably get away with 3 then. 3 and 3 maybe. Yeah, 3 is about what you'd need for Opportunism. He did slightly see me there, which is a bit annoying, so I'm going to have to take this slow. I could do, use a jar of dust and hit them all, or hit them with a stone. I don't want to kill any, because I'm trying to do Prudence and stealth. So we're just going to wait this one out, unfortunately. Yeah, that'll do. He's going to look under this table, and I'm going to walk straight in front of him. I'm getting my Extinguish ready by hand. Always do it by hand, because you can isolate enemies then. If he stands up, sees me now, I can throw an Extinguish at him, and the others would not get alerted. Whereas if I use the sling, obviously they would. I think this guy just turns around and starts seeing me, but I think, it's alright. We'll do. I'll get through the door before it's a problem. So that was Prudence, but you're not going to see it because we're going to go straight into this. I'm going to hit him and then check these corners. We'll just do this section. There we go. No, I did show you. I thought I did. So yeah, just quickly before the boss fight kicks in, the Prudence has gone up. If you get them all to just over the last line, you can finish them all in chapter 6 one by one, because there's 3 encounters. Or if you want to, replay, these you'd prefer to replay, chapter 2, 3, 4, then you can do them all at once. That's up to you. If you want to keep going stealth now and then rewind and go opportunism, but I think chapter 6 is a good one because everything will be sort of even at that point, and the encounters are really close together. I know that does mean playing nearly half of the game, but I suppose another reason is if you haven't upgraded the crossbow fully as well, for whatever reason, you will need to get to chapter 5 or the end of chapter 5 before you're able to do that. One for you, one for you. So I think this is aggression. It is aggression what we're doing because we're killing everyone. If you do get any, it will be, a slither. It won't be much because it's a scripted sequence, but I'm showing you anyway because this is an enemy section. So once the guy with the shield comes down, wherever he is, come on. There's the one with the shield. I could probably actually get him because I don't think he sees me right away. He's kind of meandering. Where is he? I don't think he's seen me because the alert's dropped off. Oh, he may have done. There we go. So once you've done that, the cutscene will kick in. Right, so I'm going to actually show you this bit with this is still in chapter 3. The end of chapter 3 when we learn about Stupefatio. Because I do get the slither that I need to finish off Opportunism. This is one of those sections, and it makes no sense to me why Opportunism. I still don't understand this skill. Skill trees, how you're supposed to actually get them, how it's actually doled out, who knows. But I suppose it's another enemy section, but it's scripted, this bit, isn't it?
Oh wow, this is really not safe at all. Shh, calm down. Come.
So yeah, at this point you are nearly there. Chapter 5 is a very quick one, as is chapter 4 really. Chapter 4 is the one by the docks, chapter 5 is the one on the boat, and then chapter 6 is the one, the kind of deserty one. The dye works. And we'll have fun with crossbows in chapter 6.
Let's get up this roof, please. God, I can't do anything. Let's pass it quietly.
Yeah, duck through, avoid. Obviously we can't do anything. I remember to go left this time, so that's good. Rather than go right. I do wonder where they'll take this series after the ending. I do hope you've seen the ending. Actually, I better not say anything just in case you're watching this for whatever reason. But it's yeah, where are they going to take that with the ending? I've got to say it. Do they come to the future? Who knows? It wouldn't be the same, would it? If they did one of these in modern times, no, it wouldn't be the same at all. I think the setting of this game is the biggest part of it. It wouldn't work in any other time. Or whether they just leave it here. Honestly, I'd be fine if they just left it here and kept it as 2 games. And if you're wondering why I mentioned the future, it means you've not seen the kind of before credits scene at the end of the epilogue. But yeah, if you're watching a New Game Plus video, I have to presume that you've already played the game through once already. And that's this section done. So we just go run down. That's where you can kind of count that a section is done, usually, but this one doesn't. Usually when you get through and lock the door, that means you're done. But it's not until you get through this window and drop down. So if you have managed to follow along exactly as I've done and got the exact same skills at the same levels as what the hell was going on there with the recording? Wow. Then you, just as you get to this ladder, there we go, Malignant. I can't get down to yeah, bring the information up. So there you go, Opportunism is now done, and I'm going to move into chapter 4. So you've got to do all that puzzle again. So chapter 4 is the one by the docks. We're at the point where we're dropping down where the first 2 enemies are. We've gone through, sneaked through, past a few enemies. That isn't really an encounter, that's a scripted thing. You literally walk past 2 enemies. And then you get to this one. We're going to do this stealth. So Prudence. This one is not difficult to do. You can use that crate over there, but you also don't need to get his attention because he walks down there anyway. Just keep really tight on the barriers, because they will they'll see you no problem, and you can't tell whether they see you because it's usually too late. So through here and then up here, and that's this one done. The next thing I'm going to show you is after the puzzle section with the soldier, the one where the soldier helps you. Only because I think it increases either prudence or not prudence, sorry, opportunism or aggression. If it does, it's marginal. But I'm just going to show you what I did in that section. The next section here is the bit with the cart, but there's nothing you can do here enemy wise. So yeah, I think I got a bit more prudence there from that one. And then this is what I do with the guard. So when he becomes aggressive, I throw a pot of tar at him, mainly because it's hilarious. It doesn't kill you. Yes, it will set fire, and but you can run through it and you'll be fine. You could also just wait for him to fizzle out if you wanted to, but that's what I did with that one. I think I got aggression from that because I killed him, but I thought I'd just show you anyway. I do check, but I wasn't too sure. It definitely wasn't a decent chunk anyway. So that's where we're up to, and then moving on. We're still in chapter 4. This is the final bit. I'm going to do this stealth, so going for prudence on this one. So you got the 2 guys there that automatically get killed. I'm going to light this. I'm going to make a run for this side because there is a guy coming towards us there. These 2 will die. This is fine. So him there. You can either do it yourself or you can wait for... I was trying to do it to get the rat's attention, that's all, which it did work. And then you've got this one here. So he's going to take care. The guy on the boat will take care of him. And then we need to light this torch. In this area you've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 13 or 14 enemies, so you're looking at 6 or 7 kills for Opportunism, which is quite a lot. So yeah, you should be fine on that one, and obviously if you're going for aggression, you just kill them all. Just be safe, kill them all. So I'm going to stealth through. I'm just going to sit here and wait a minute, and I'm going to get my Extinguish ready by hand in case I need to throw it at anyone. Yeah, he's okay, he's walking off that way. I was going to go through here and through there, but it's actually safer to go up top. So yeah, I thought it's probably safer to go this way because I can drop straight into the grass there. We can get behind the archer. Don't have to mess with any rats. Now you got this dark section which doesn't actually have any rats in it, weirdly. So just take your time. And if they do see you, just throw some Extinguish at them and make a run for it. Not for the end, but just so you're out of sight. If you do know where the end is, in this video, remember where it is, then obviously go for the end. No, he's going to turn around. Oh no, he carries straight down, doesn't he? So you'll have to shadow this guy. Just wait here. I'm more worried about the guy behind me seeing me rather than this one. Just tucking up so that one up there doesn't see. He's going to go right, so that's okay. I'm getting this ready just in case he turns around and sees me, but we are okay. I don't know why I picked those up. I thought it was something. Yeah, I thought it was a pot. That's why. And then we're just going to wait for this one here. And then after this one is done, this is obviously going to be Prudence. It's going to be quite high up now, so I'm just checking where it'll be up to. It'll be over the line now, which is good. It means we're all ready for Chapter 6. Chapter 5, I'm going to only show the fight at the end, because pretty much all of Chapter 5 is just, you know, puzzle sections and platforming and what have you. There's the boat ride as well, which I'm not going to show. That's, again, as a scripted bit, really, so there's not much point with that one. So, yeah, you can see there I've got the extra skill there. So, yeah, Prudence has gone up above the line, which is good. Right, so moving on, this is Chapter 5 now. You've just got this section with the enemies. There is one specific part of this I just wanted to show. Apart from that, it's you're going to be doing exactly the same. How did that not take any damage? One for him, then close up close. Can be a bit of a pain. I do prefer to go. It's not the best. I don't want to use all the bolts up, that's why. Because I can't go and retrieve those ones. Ah, he got me. Talk about payback. Just this one in the distance. And that is all the enemies from here. And then I'm just going to skip the little chase sequence you have with Ono. And we're in the cave. And the only thing I do here, I'm not sure whether it does anything or not. It's marginal if it does. Is that I throw a pot of Extinguish to distract them rather than kill them. You do have to hit the rocks or the wood. You can't throw it in the water. It won't work. Now whether that did anything or not, I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I did at that section. And from there we're going to move on straight into Chapter 6. So we've gone through all the walking section. We've gone through the little farm bit with the camp, and then we've fallen down, and this is Chapter 6 now. So we're going to start from back here again to finish each skill off. And I'll show you both runs, because obviously I only need 2. If you do need Prudence, you'll need to do a little bit of extra one there as well for that. But you can finish them all off hopefully pretty easily here. If you've got them kind of level like I have, then you should have no problem at all.
don't know. Hold my
The
hand.
first one we're going to do is aggression.
Yes. I lost myself.
You didn't tell me.
I was ashamed. Now stay focused.
So just go through here. You're going to get taught about the rats.
There are people.
I hear nothing. How do you know?
I feel them. I think it's the rats. I can try to feel better.
You're sure about this?
Yes. Don't worry.
Man, it's really coming down out there. Not here, obviously, but where I am. Anytime now there's going to be a power cut. I have to start this all over again. Right, so yeah, we're going for aggression. So get your crossbow out and kill. It's just more fun, really. Give him a little shot in the back there. The other one has kind of seen me.
Let's go. Careful.
Come on. There we go. And then you can have one as well. And of course, don't forget, yeah, just checking. Don't forget you can pick up your bolts. So you shouldn't run out. He didn't drop one. You may find that in this difficulty that they don't always drop it, but you should more than often than not be able to find it. There's 3 in this section, but I think these 2 sections here are linked together as one, because you've got this guy up here who is, yeah, you can see them up there. I think this bit and the second bit are one section when it comes to skills.
Your head looks bad.
I'm fine. The rats you got.
So we'll only be doing the first 2 sections for aggression, and then we'll do the third one for, we'll do all 3 for prudence, because I don't need as much for aggression. Got him to the left. Give a quick stone. So I'm going to kill everybody. Obviously we need to make sure we get it. Knife there. Where is he? There he is. He's not exactly very alert, is he? I was stood right next to him. I was hoping I could see him through there, but I can't. He's not there. Let's see if I could throw something in the tar from here.
I see more of them.
You're doing well. Out of the way.
Just the final one. I've probably killed enough at this point anyway. Get my arrows, my bolts back. Stock up. And then we'll drop down. Now that's that encounter finished. That's going to mark off and we'll get some aggression from that.
Oh, not now. Amicia.
Let me breathe.
We should wait, Amicia.
No, they'll find us. We have to reach.
And I will just check that now. See, it's nearly finished there. Aggressive. I was really, you know, worried that it wasn't going to be enough just finishing this one, but it is. I was thinking there was going to be a slither of aggression left, but it's not. It's okay.
Did
you kill a lot of
So yeah, just kind of go for it. One down. You got one up there. You got one down there.
You're too tired.
Don't worry.
If they see you, it's not the worst thing. It's fine.
Oh no.
Just means you don't have to run around looking for them all. So we've got a couple down here. Got the archer up on the top. And then we've just got 2 more. So how many got in this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 for opportunism. can't pick this bolt up. Why am I not getting the bolt? Nope. Nope. There we go. So there'll just be one here, over here, and he's going to be the last one. And then we'll make a run for the door. And that will be all of aggression done. Just do a quick check myself. There we go. It's all done. It's clear. So just one more trophy left. Just got to wait for Amicia to have a little moment. If you do need to carry on, then obviously do so. Do the next encounter as well after the bit with the rats. I will be doing that in the stealthy one because I didn't have enough. So there we go. There's Fighter. That's all full now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit out, go to the main menu. And then I'm going to go to Chapter Select. And then go down to 6, leaving all behind. And you can go to Part 3, Connection. And start from there. And it essentially rewinds time. So all your skills, I won't have full aggression anymore. But that's fine because I've got the trophy. I don't need to worry about it anymore. And now I can work on stealth. Sneaky, sneaky. And this will be it once we get through these 3 encounters. It will take a little bit longer because we do have to do it quietly. But it's also, actually it's probably about the same because we're just going to be throwing dust in people's faces.
I lost myself.
You didn't tell me.
It is the quickest way to get through.
Stay focused.
Stop, Amicia.
So yeah, we need to wait for this to happen again. So there we go, that's Prudence, that's where I was up to. Only just over the last line there.
I can try to feel better.
You're sure about this?
Yes, don't worry.
Fine. Yes, careful.
Yes.
Okay, so stick to the left.
They're here. Soldiers.
Hold on.
And keep pushing forward until you get to... I do turn around it, which I shouldn't have done. I should just push forward to get to here.
A noise. Like an echo.
So where are they?
Close.
And if you're going for Opportunism, of the 2 areas in this one, probably kill 3, 4 at a push. Again, you can just restart if you're having problems with that.
Where are the workers? This mine isn't abandoned, is it? I don't start with your bloody superstitions.
It's the captain you should be afraid of. The girl pissed him off worse than 1,000 English.
So I'll get the Extinguish ready by hand. Just going to wait for him to turn around. I'm just going to throw one at him. Doesn't alert anybody else. Just walk past. And go through the door.
Your head looks bad.
I'm fine. The rats, Hugo. Are they a threat? Are they coming out?
No. They're deep. For now.
Stay focused on them.
Now it may actually be cleaner if you... Yeah, I did have a little bit of problem with this section. Rushing through. I was just rushing through because I'm right there. You know the feeling. You're right towards an end of a game. You know what you need to do and you're just trying to rush because you know what you need to do. You just want to get the platinum. You're done. Let's go. I rushed it and died, but it's fine. So yes, sneak round, hit anybody who's chasing you. If you do think there's one behind you, quickly turn around and throw some dust at him because he won't let you go through the latch if he's right behind you. He'll stop you. I'm okay though. I did hear it. Listen out for where he was. Didn't follow me. So yeah, that's him.
Let me.
That's that section done. So that's the first one.
No, they'll find us. We have to reach that building.
Is it a church?
And because I didn't kill anyone, Prudence has gone up. So I'm just going to quickly run down. We're going to use the right hand side.
They won't give up.
Now it doesn't need to be clean. You don't need to worry about having a clean run. So if they do hear you, it's fine. They don't call everybody in the area if they do spot you. So I think the archer's actually seen me at this point. Me? Oh no, he's got his back to me. That's fine. I'm going to go over here and he will start to see me. And there, he spotted me. But he can have a bit of Extinguish as well. And then we'll switch back to hand. once I'm safe. I thought I did. Did I not? Yeah, I did. Because I'm right next to him. And we'll go through here. There's going to be another guy. He's roughly on here somewhere. There he is. Just throw one at him. If the others are following you, then they will be obviously behind you. Just watch out on the left. There might be a guy there. Just check he's not following you before they go through the door and you'll be alright. There we go. I was hoping it would pop at this point, but it didn't. So we're going to have to do the third section as well. If you do need to continue on, then obviously go into Chapter 7, Chapter 8. There's plenty of encounters. Just, you know, it will be 1 or 2 left, if at all. Or you can rewind, you know, finish one of them and rewind back to Chapter 3 and start from there, if you prefer. So just a little bit, just this encounter will do. So I'm just going to skip the rat room, you know, where we take control of the rats and kill the guys there. That's nothing really. And we're just going to do this last section, the dye works. Do this sneaky. It's actually a really easy one to sneak, this one as well. It might not seem it at first because it's quite open. So just wait for him. And him, he's going to turn away. He's going to go to the right now. And then once you think you're out of his sort of cone of vision, then go across the bridge. Just starting to spot me, I think, there. It wasn't a full spot, so I'm okay. It's hard to hold your nerve when you think you're being spotted. Hold your nerve and still just crouch. If you start running, he'll spot you instantly. Just watching out for him. You can go past this guy here. Just go round the cart when the other one turns around. If you haven't killed anyone, or you've not killed many, the guys won't come up out of this door up here as they do sometimes. And then I'm just going to dust this guy as we go. Make sure he doesn't bother us as we try and go through the door. Hold the nerve by crouching and go through the door. And that is it. That is Sneaky and the Plague Tale Requiem Platinum. So congratulations if you got it here. If you need to carry on a bit more, congratulations when you get it. It won't be very far. There we go. Or you can rewind, like I said. And yeah, that's it. Sad it's over, really. Also quite relieved. And I'm just going to stab this big guy with... I don't know what I'm doing there. Stab this big guy with a knife, and that will be it. Right. Thanks very much for watching. Congratulations. And I'll see you on the next one.